ChemGes offers various possibilities to search for substances. Unlike other programs, you do not have to switch to the field you want to search. Instead, one makes the entry in a single field and then clicks on a button that identifies what is to be searched for. Alternatively, a function key can be pressed. This way, unnecessary jumps to other fields are reduced and the number of necessary clicks or keystrokes is kept to a minimum, which in the end also allows for more productive work. The following options are available for each substance call without exception. First, CAS numbers. Here, the CAS number can be entered both with and without a hyphen. Second, preparation numbers. ChemGes can tell from the value of the number whether it is a raw material or a preparation. CAS numbers don't start until 50,000, so if a number less than 50,000 is entered, it can only be a preparation. Our program is of course not limited to 49,999 preparations. In this case, one either writes a 1000 separator within the identification number or starts the number with a hash sign. Third, internal raw material numbers. These numbers are specifically for raw materials for which no CAS number is known. Since these must also be identified, they are assigned as sequential numbers, starting with 1. To distinguish them from raw material numbers, they are shown in parentheses and must also be entered accordingly, but entering the opening parentheses is sufficient. Fourth, descriptions. Descriptions can be entered in upper or lower case. Special characters are automatically removed. If no space is entered, then the system searches at the beginning of the description. As soon as a space is present, then a full text search is accomplished within the individual descriptions. If only one substance is found, then it is output immediately, otherwise an overview screen is shown. This overview screen contains all substances, which fulfill the search criterion. Here are some examples. In this example, chlor has been entered. All raw materials and preparations containing the word chlor are displayed. You can also see that all characters that are not significant for the search have been ignored. Examples for that are 2 hyphen or n hyphen parenthesis. If you enter at least 2 search terms, the system searches in the middle of the text. Here the words chlor and amine were used. Since the search was within the complete description, it would be a bit difficult for the user to find the matches. That is why they were marked in red. If it should be necessary to search for individual search terms within the description, then it is necessary to terminate the input with F10 or to click on the appropriate button. This is necessary because no space character was used and otherwise the program could not recognize the user's request. As a special feature, ChemGes can also use wildcards. Here, a question mark means that exactly one character can be any character, while an asterisk means that any number of characters, including none, can precede the next search term. A vertical line at the beginning or end of the search term means that the description must end with the corresponding character of the search term. Multiple search terms can be entered. In our example, we will search for all substances that have the letters DI somewhere in the description. After that there can be any number of characters, but there must still be at least one Y. After this Y can be a single arbitrary character, but after that the description must stop with OL. Fifth, own product codes. Almost every company uses product codes. Since there is no uniform structure for them, the program would not be able to recognize, under any circumstances, whether the input is one of the aforementioned numbers or a description. Therefore, the input must be completed by pressing F1 or clicking on the corresponding button. For the search, the already before explained wildcards can be used additionally. Sixth and seventh, index and EC numbers. These numbers can be entered both with and without hyphens. When you have finished entering them, press F2 or F3 or click on the corresponding button. It is not necessary to enter leading zeros. Note that it is not necessary to memorize the function keys, because without exception, whenever substances have to be entered, a help window is displayed, in which it is also possible to click.